Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the pod. It's the Ivan and Wings pod. We still need to think of a better name, but this is going to be our second episode. We're really excited. We're going to have a special guest today. This pod is basically focusing mostly on rugby in the border region, especially the development, and especially kind of in the rural areas and places which don't normally get a lot of publicity. Coach Wings, how's it
How's
going?
it, Evie? Oh, good man.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about what you did this weekend. You were at the Lilyfontein Sevens, right? And we also spoke earlier a little bit about a story which I want you to share with the viewers, the listeners, about how you were converting some football fans, some football players into potential rugby players.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Shot, Evie. Nice to catch up with you again. Sunday afternoon chat. Yeah, so like we said last time, rugby season 15's ended and sevens has started. Um, yeah, I took a drive out to Lilyfontein, the Lilyfontein sevens on the weekend, which is I felt a very nice tournament, very well organized, lots of games on the go there, and yeah, it was quite nice to see the quality of rugby as well. It was really good. So you got your under 17s and you got your under 15s. Um, our Uska side was coached by Reinhard van Wyk and Meneer Gerber Kap, who's the current first team coach. Yeah, we got there as our under 17s or first team started playing a match against Hudson. It's a really cool game. We just lost that one 14-12, but the quality of the game was good. Yeah, really nice to see sevens rugby and like to see the boys in space and to see what they can do, and nice running rugby. Yeah, so that was lekker. And unfortunately, I couldn't watch too much further. I watched the under 15 game, one of our under 15 games. One of our boys got injured, so I spent the rest of my afternoon at Frere Hospital, waiting for the boy to get a X-ray, precautionary measures that they take to make sure that he's all right and everything's intact. And yeah, fortunately, the boy was good. So, but Cambridge High School ended up winning the cup. Yeah, Cambridge, I think they're known for their running rugby, and they were on fire, and they took the cup there, which was, yeah, it was nice.
All right, so tell us a little bit about your story where you would try to convert the soccer players.
Well, I live here in the hostel and staff room, yeah, in the hostel. So like just like our Itembelihle story. Remember when we covered Itembelihle? Our late notice called you in and we did a nice little documentary on them. But we had about 110 odd students, or yeah, scholars here, that were staying in our hostel, that were soccer players from Port Alfred. The age groups were from, I'd say, like 10 years old right up until 16 or 17, I'm not sure. But on the evening, just before the sun went down, we went to the field with a rugby ball. We started we started kicking the ball around and so on. And next thing you know, about 20 odd, between 10 and 13-year-old kids came running onto the field and wanted to be a part of the action. So there I was with my hostel boys, and they got involved. And I said to them, do you guys know how to play rugby and so on? And not one person, not one of the kids knew how to play rugby or anything like that. So we thought, no, let's just wing it. I said to them, you guys can all be on my side, and we'll play against the Corsays, the hostel kids. They can play on that side. And as it started, you could see the guys didn't really know what was potting, throwing forward passes, almost like netball style. And I brought them in because I wanted them to understand exactly what's going on here, teach them a little bit about the game. So we had a chat, And of them, some of them were a little bit better at English and so on. And I explained to them that, you can't pass the ball forward. That was the one main thing. And the other thing was in defense. I said, once you touch them, you get back and we make one line. And yeah, it wasn't 5 minutes. And they were organizing their defensive line. Like, it was beautiful. Like, they were organizing this perfect defensive line. And they were like, as I was communicating, they were communicating. I'm like, one line, and they go, one line, and then push up and make the touch, get back again. They go, one line, and push up, make the touch. Eventually, when we got the ball, and they got the idea that you can't pass the ball forward or whatever the case may be. They made a couple of passes, and then that's when you see the natural talent come through, the stepping. Almost like instinctively finding space and like playing like running rugby. And for little dudes that have never played rugby before, it was quite incredible. I made a run around the side of the field, and I sort of passed the ball to the one chappie, and I said to him, Kauleza, and he went all the way around my guys like this. And he scored a try in the corner. He needed to put the ball down, scored a try. They were chuffed. And yeah, it's like interesting because I coached for 5 years. I coached under 9 rugby. But I've never seen so much excitement in the little ones' faces and how they enjoyed that little bit of rugby. Maybe because it was all new to them or whatever the case may be. But man, they're like sponges. They took it all in. Maybe I converted a few.
I hope so.
Or just put that seed in their heads, because I think they were really keen on it. Guijos, man. The Guijos in the morning. 5:30, these oaks were up. But the Tembelihle guys were silent compared to these guys. These guys were on fire with the Guijos, man. Like, but I love it. I wake up, my wife was like, oh, I can't sleep. I'm like, that's the Guijos. I love it. I spoke to Andre, and like one of the residents here, he had like a lot to say, and he was complaining, too much noise and whatever. Andre said to him, hey man, we don't live in an old age home here. People come in and there are like rooms full of kids and whatever the case may be, like touring sides or whatever. And yes, I love it. It's like gees.
Yeah, exactly. Proper gees, man. And it's really something special.
Yeah.
So it's something you really need to even encourage. Yeah.
Yeah, it's lekker, man.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we have our special guest here, and it's none other than Bongani Nogilana. And he is from the Ubumbo Rugby Academy near Komani, or previously Queenstown. Hi, Bongani.
Hello, Ivan.
Yeah, and you also actually called yourself a bit of a hustler.
Yeah, thanks, Ivan, for the platform. I'm greeting also to the viewers. Yeah, I'm calling myself a hustler. Yeah.
So just let's start with the Ubumbo Academy and tell us a little bit more about that. We know that you've been involved with lots of things in the border region, also with the ladies rugby. You've been on one of our previous videos actually on the channel. But yeah, let's start with the academy, and because that's where things really started for you, right?
Yes, Ivan. I think it was on 2019 June. I've started my own academy in Queenstown. The reason is my community's got a lot of challenges, and like drug abuse, alcohol abuse, and this high rate of crime. So I started the initiative of keeping these boys committed. Throughout these years, from 2015, we did have a lot of achievements. I have 4 boys who got scholarship in different schools. Like I have a fly half in Kingswood, 1 in Durban High School, 1 in Port Rex, 1 in Queen's College. 6 boys who represent under 16 Grand Como, 2 boys who represent under 18. Currently now, I'm coming from King Williamstown. I was busy with 2 boys who will represent under 12 border.
So how many kids have you got at the academy, and how does it work with the matches and those kind of things, or was it more on just on the training side?
It's plus or minus 63 boys and 13 ladies. I do have under 13, under 15, and under 18 as well. Yeah, we are struggling with fixtures. We currently playing with the tournaments, practice match with Queen's College and Ancliffe. Yeah.
Yeah, you spoke a little bit some of the challenges that you've had, and have you already seen some positive effects for having these kids involved with rugby?
Yeah, on one side, Ivan, yeah, my boys are getting offers all over South Africa. The big challenge is we don't have a right field to play our home games. In 10 tournaments that we go and play, I think 9 out of 10, we won all those tournaments, but we can't host anything here in my society.
You also so that you also got ladies there that are playing at your academy.
It's a year now. It's a year. I think they only play one game. It's a big challenge to have ladies because we have our financial crisis. We can take them to East London so that they can have those practices with other girls.
Okay, and then tell us a little bit more about all the other things that you've been involved with. I always see you on Facebook where you're training some a different group of kids, and obviously also what about being involved with the Border Ladies recently. There's been quite a recent thing where you've joined them.
Okay, thanks, Eve. Yeah, I'm coaching soccer and rugby as well. I'm coaching I'm a physical trainer in one of the biggest team here in Eastern Cape, Varara and Seven Stars. Around June, I was called also to be a coach of under 16 country district head coach. After that, I received a big call to join the professional side, Border Bulldogs Ladies.
And how's the experience been so far?
Oh, it's perfect, Brian. Challenging. When you talk about professional setup, you know everything. You have to be on spot on. You know, most when we are coaching our kids, you don't have to do those programs. Yeah, you're going to do and that. But to join the side, the professional side, you have to be spot on with your program as well as everything.
Okay. And I quickly just want to go back to the academy because when we met each other recently, you said that there was actually rugby in the schools in the area, but there was something that you wanted to do differently, and that was also one of the reasons why you started the academy.
Yeah, bro, I think it was 208 under Department of Sport. There were coaches who were given a task or a job to coach different schools. It happens for 3 years. I don't know what's the reason to stop that. Around my society, I think we do have 14 schools. I'm the only guy who goes and all different schools. Most of our guys I used to play with, my mates, they are going and assist. They want money, to be honest. They prefer to go to those schools, like Queen's College and Ancliffe.
Sure. So the players that you've gotten are actually people from these schools that don't have the opportunity to play rugby at the schools anymore, than coming to the academy.
Yeah, I'm getting from different schools. There's no demarcation of that. Even 20 kilometers from my society, those boys, they are forced to come and practice within my academy. All those different schools, like there's another location close to Queenstown, Umlungisi, they have to pay some money to come and practice to our session.
In the past, they actually had the opportunity to play rugby at the schools, whereas now they don't have it. So they have to then come to the academy.
Yeah. There were teachers who have a passion of coaching, but I don't know what happened. Now boys, they are forced to go out of school and join the academy. I've got most of them even to those Queen's College, Ancliffe. There are 30% of boys who come and join my academy as well.
All right. Well, Coach Bongs, I want to say thank you very much for joining us. We really appreciate it, and we want to say well done to everything that you've achieved so far, and we really hope for the best, the future of the academy, and we're definitely going to be keeping a close eye there to the future. And we all want, and that's the main reason why I've got this podcast, is to help grow rugby in the border region. And also we know how big an impact sport and rugby can have in some of these communities. Thanks so much for joining us. If you guys found this interesting and you want to learn more about rugby, especially in the border area, please like and subscribe and share it to other people that might be interested. Thanks for watching. Cheers.